Paris rubbish truck, 1950. Alexander I, King of Greece, died due to a monkey bite on the 2nd of October 1920. While walking in the royal garden of Tartoi, Alexander was bitten by a monkey while protecting his dog. 3 weeks later, on the 25th of October, he died of septicemia. Ladies in swimming costumes made of wood, designed to stay better on the water, 1929. A photograph which gives an opportunity to estimate the real size of the propellers of the Titanic, 1912. In 1944, one of the failed assassination attempts against Adolf Hitler took place on a flight from Prussia to Berlin. One of the escort officers was handed to bottles of explosives under the guise of cognac. The explosion was supposed to take place 20 minutes after takeoff, but for some reason the mixture did not work, and the plane landed safely in Berlin. Grand Central Station, New York, 1929. It is no longer possible to take this photograph as the buildings outside block the sun's rays. Refinement of the atomic bomb codenamed Fat Man, which was dropped on Nagasaki on the 9th of August 1945. A 7-meter great white shark caught in the harbor of São Miguel in the Azores in June 1978. During the catch, the White Death actively resisted the fishermen and killed 2 people. One was pushed into the water and had his spine broken by the impact of its powerful body. The other was bitten in half. The morning of the first day, Sweden switched from left-hand drive to right-hand drive, 1967. A U.S. Navy nurse listens to the ground with a stethoscope in order to find underground passages of Viet Cong soldiers. Vietnam, March 1968. Unusual accident. A car collided with a submarine. Sweden, 1961. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill listening to explanations of a Soviet soldier at the entrance garden side to the Reich Chancellery, Berlin, July 1945. The first photograph of the Earth from space, taken during experiments with captured from the Germans' rockets A for Faudu, the 24th of October 1946. A soldier asleep at his position, Romanian Revolution, 1989. American 90th Bombardment Group Jolly Roger, 1942. A photograph of the Sphinx in the late 1800s. It was taken from a hot air balloon and was still covered in sand. A boy holds a placard saying all I want for Christmas is a pure white school. Protests after a black girl. Ruby Bridges was the first to attend a white school, 1960. Rapper Tupac Shakur after an assassination attempt. He was hit by 5 bullets. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and his wife on a bicycle, 1892. Lesbian bar, Paris, 1930s. Scandalous erotic shots of Marilyn Monroe. A bicycle regiment of the Dutch army on the eve of the German invasion, 1940. Swedish weightlifter celebrates after successfully lifting weights at the Olympic Games, Montreal, 1976. Punk father and son, Toronto, Canada, 1989. Paris, France, 1890. Soldiers filling an airplane fuel tank with beer, 1944, during the Normandy landings. Volunteer pilots delivered beer to soldiers, which was poured into one of the fuel tanks. Future founder of Playboy magazine, or correspondent Hugh Hefner, USA, 1945. Jim on board the Titanic, 1912. Icebreakers push an iceberg to clear a passage in McMurdo Strait, Antarctica, 1965. A policeman in San Francisco admonishes a man for not wearing a mask during an influenza pandemic, 1918. Car license plates for persistent offenders, with special badges greatly simplified. The work of police officers, USA, 1939. U.S. President Lyndon Johnson listens to a tape sent by Captain Chuck Robb, his son-in-law from Vietnam, 1968. In 1961, the U.S. Air Force accidentally dropped two nuclear bombs on Goldsboro, North Carolina. The bombs fell from a B-52 bomber that had mechanical problems, and both bomb safety mechanisms failed, nearly causing a nuclear detonation. One of the bombs came very close to exploding, and it is estimated that the blast would have been 260 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima during World War II. Soviet soldiers lead murals on the walls of the Reichstag, Germany, 1945. Professional diver Courtney Browntoes, a 17-meter scale model on the set of the film, raised the Titanic, USA, 1980. The model of the Titanic was built for $350,000. When it was found to be too large for the water tank where the film was to be filmed, a larger tank had to be built at a cost of another $6 million. Andrei Sakharov and Stephen Hawking at the International Seminar on Quantum Gravity, Moscow, the 25th of May 1987. Fidel Castro meets the first Ukrainian children who arrived in Cuba. Under the Children of Chernobyl program, 1990, the program operated for 21 years. A newborn mutant rabbit with one head endowed with two torsos, 1941. Top NYPD marksman tests bulletproof glass for strength, 1931. Shooting a model for a men's magazine on Red Square, Moscow, 1994. The California Territory in the 1920s had this interesting sign. Saudi Arabia, 1948. A unique bus route from London to Calcutta, which existed until 1970 as the longest bus route in the world. It was the route Great Britain, Belgium, Germany, Austria, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, India. Production of night pots from German helmets, Denmark, 1945. French beach fashion, 1927. On this beautiful photo, I finished today's video. If you liked it, please put a like. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. There are a lot of interesting photos ahead. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Take care.